I'm done. I've literally been sitting here for like an hour trying to record this, and I'm just gonna go with it, okay? I'm just gonna go, because this is like hard to talk about, it is. And it's just like, I don't want to say the wrong thing and get people, I just don't know, but I'm gonna say it anyways. What's up, guys? It's your boy Norton Chat, or FaZe coming at you guys with a brand new video. You know, normally, this is gonna be a different kind of video. Normally, I shoot for the more positive, you know, and I try to make people feel, you know, the turtles are being mad weird right there. But I usually shoot for more like positive, uplifting kind of videos. I don't really try to talk about, I mean, I do sometimes on my vlogs and sometimes I make sit down videos, but I try to steer away from it, but talk about like emotional things and things that, you know, people are feeling down about, because I don't want to remind people of all their problems. And, you know, when people watch my videos, I want them to not forget about their problems, but be in a different state of mind, because I know what it's like to be in such a garbage state of mind, and the only way you feel better is when you're distracted. You know, why did I play video games for so many years? Like, that was my escape of reality, you know what I mean? Some people do that with music, some people do that with sports, some people do that with so many different things. So I want to talk about that. A lot of people reach out to me on Twitter, everything, literally everything, DMs, YouTube comments, even when I meet them in person sometimes, people just want to talk about their feelings, and people always come to me for that. For my whole life, actually, it's weird. People have just always come to me for stuff like that, which I don't mind. I'm cool with it. You know, I love being able to help people. It's kind of a blessing, because I told you guys I wanted to be a therapist growing up, so I love when people come to me with stuff like that. I'm not saying I know the answers to everything, but, you know, I'm always here to listen. I'm always here to maybe help somebody change a perspective, see something from a different perspective. You know, I love helping people, so if I can, that's great. If this video can help one person, maybe two, maybe three, I feel like that's a successful video, no matter how many likes or views the video get. Like, this video, don't care about that kind of stuff. I just care about helping people. A lot of people come to me and they talk about depression, and they talk about, you know, like, Rain, how was your, like, because I, you know, always talked about how I was suicidal, how I was so depressed, how I felt so lonely, how I was in this dark area. And people are like, well, how did you come back from that? Like, how did you go from that to like a positive person? How did you change your mindset? Who did that? And honestly, I didn't have anyone other than my therapist who really helped me with that, but she never even helped me really with, in terms of like my mindset. Just kind of developed that on my own, I guess, and just kind of, you know, just living life and my perception of the way the world works and everything. So yeah, I don't know, my stuff's different, but still, I know how hard it is sometimes. Like, when people say like, don't worry, dude, like, don't worry, kiddo, your life's gonna be just fine. Don't be sad, be happy, it's all good. I know, you're like, no, I don't care. Like, my life's been shitty for 6 years. Like, nothing you say is gonna make me feel better. I totally get that. You know what I mean? I felt like that, because when I was super depressed and I was so sad, and the rare times that I did speak to people about it, they'd say, ah, man, that's just problems now. Like, you'll be fine later, even though they were right. But you'll be fine later. And I'll just be like, no. Like, my life is garbage. Like, you know, I know what that's like. And I know what it's like to feel empty, to feel like your life has no purpose. And there's one thing I tell you guys right now: everyone's life has purpose. Your life has a meaning, has a purpose. You are here for a reason, okay? Believe that. Believe that in yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't put yourself down because you haven't accomplished what you want to accomplish yet. That doesn't mean your life is worthless, okay? That doesn't mean your life has no value. It just means you haven't, you know, done something with your life yet, and that's okay. You know, some people don't do shit with their life till they're like 40, 50, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I'm so inspired by people like that, like the older people. Like, the older people that sell their companies for billions, the older people that create these amazing companies, the older people that just do so much cool shit. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what they were thinking when they were your age. It's so easy to feel like, you know, like, for me, example, you know, I was 14, felt like my life had nothing. Up until I was like 8, even like last year, 2 years ago, like, you know, sometimes those bad thoughts creep in. Sometimes those suicidal thoughts and those, you know, worthlessness, no matter what you have, sometimes you can look past that and you ignore that, and you're so used to that you just ignore that, and life can get hard, you know, and I get that. You know, everyone goes through that, but obviously I always would say it is better to be open about your problems than quiet, because when you don't speak about things, you overthink. And when you overthink, your brain creates scenarios which aren't even true. So you could be telling yourself, like, no one cares about me, no one loves me, I'm gonna kill myself, you know what I mean? But when the reality is, a lot of people love you, and if you spoke to them first, maybe you would know that. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, we all go through those things, and it's so hard to sometimes. You don't wanna bother people with your problems, you don't wanna talk about your feelings. Like, I get that, you know what I mean? That was me for years. When I was, like, I was finally gone to a therapist, and that helped me a lot. But, you know, not everyone has to go to a therapist. Sometimes you can find, you know, positivity and motivation from other people, from your friends, from your family, from anyone. You know what I mean? When I was 14, you know, I would sit there, 15 even, like I'm talking about from like 14 to 19, like that whole gap. I would sit there and I would just think about suicide. I would think about it and I would just obsess about thinking about it. I would just think about, you know, what it would be like if my life was gone. And whenever I would think about it, I would get this weird tingly feeling throughout my body. Like it's almost like an adrenaline rush. It's really weird. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure a few of you do. But it's like this feeling, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like you just get this feeling throughout you when you think about it. And it's a weird feeling, man. Like it almost makes it easier to keep thinking like that. And it almost feels normal. And that's where it gets bad. When it feels normal to think about suicide and it feels normal to think about, you know, all those different kinds of things. Because you know what? The truth is, coming from a former suicidal person, I never really wanted to kill myself. You know, I just wanted to be saved. I just wanted to be happy. You know, that's what I really wanted. Like if you were to ask me in that moment, do you want to be dead or do you want to be happy? I'll say I want to be happy. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what everybody wants. They don't really want to be dead. They just want to be happy. Because I think it was Anthony Robbins that said that, Tony Robbins. I think he said that suicidal people kill themselves. You know, they just do it. You know what I mean? People that think about it all the time, they don't want to do it. They want to be saved. You know what I mean? They want to be happy. And I know it's hard to sometimes. It's so hard to believe that my life is going to get better when it's so shitty. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying my life right now. I'm just speaking like other point of view. But I'm saying I know what that feels like, to feel like how could it get better? You know, how can my life get better? It's so garbage. Like this is happening. But something you've got to always remember, that this is temporary. Like most of these problems, I'm not gonna say all because I don't really know all of your stories, so I can't speak like that. But I'm trying to say most of those problems are temporary. Like example, my dad leaving me was a big deal for me when I was a kid. Huge deal. It's not a big deal to me now. You know what I mean? But that was like my world back then. It was like, no way this just happened. And I felt like empty. I felt lonely. I felt so many different things. And it's hard to believe that there's a version of yourself that is happy after those kind of things. You know, it's really hard. It's the hardest thing in the world, man. It is one of the hardest things to just believe, you know, that feeling, man, that rut that you get into, that negative mindset where you find yourself sighing more than breathing, just taking deep breaths because you're like, it is garbage, man. It's such a shitty feeling, and I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. You know what I mean? I don't wish that upon anyone. Depression sucks, man. But something I do want to tell you guys, it's because it's coming from me. You know what I mean? Like I said, I wasn't born rich. I wasn't born with success. I wasn't born with anything. You know what I mean? All of this stuff, it just came into my life later, when I was like 18, 17, 19. So all I'm trying to say is that you don't know what's coming ahead of you. And I do remember that quote, by the way, that I had a hard time telling you guys last time, which said, suicide does not end the chances of your life getting worse. It ends the chances of them getting better, which is so fucking true. And as soon as I read that quote, my life instantly was like, whoa. Like I no longer really wanted to kill myself. I no longer, you know, every time I felt like that, I would think about that quote. Like, you know what? Life is hard right now. But the more I push through it, the more I just try to ignore that bullshit and all the things that are making me feel depressed, and just, you know, accepting them for what they are, and just moving forward and saying, okay, tomorrow's a new day. It's all good. Tomorrow's a new day. You know, I'm gonna leave my problems from behind. I'm gonna leave them behind me. All those problems are behind me. I'm gonna learn from them and I'm gonna move forward. You know, it's as soon as I did that, and as soon as I just started just seizing the day and just moving forward, is when I really grew as a person. And that's when I really, really was able to slowly but surely get out of depression and get those fucking suicidal thoughts out of my head. You know what I mean? That's when I finally did that. When I finally said, okay, listen, you're not killing yourself. Get over it. You know, yeah, that's what I was telling myself. Like, you're not gonna kill yourself. Just get over it. You're not gonna kill yourself. You're just gonna live your life, face a day every day, and do your best to make your life better. Because it is so easy to just feel like you have nothing, and it is just so easy to sulk. And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to make anyone's problems desensitized or anything, because I get it. We all go through things, but it is so easy to just sit there and feel sad for yourself. It is a lot harder to just like say, you know what, I am not going to be sad right now. I'm going to do something to make my mood better. Obviously, if it's something like extreme, like, you know, a family member dying or just a lot of overwhelming shit, it's really hard. I get that. Obviously, I've never even gone through that. So GG when I do. I've never gone through a close relative dying, so I can't even speak about that. But I'm talking about, like, you know, just regular depression things, like with your future, with all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that sucks too with the future thing, because we worry about our futures before it's even fucking happened. Why do we do that? I don't know. But humans tend to do that a lot. We worry, we get so anxious and paranoid about our futures, but how about we just write them instead? How about instead of worrying what's gonna happen in the future, how about we just start writing our future so that we ensure a better future? I don't know, that's just something I like to think about, and I think we should all think about that, because even though I'm like in a pretty good position right now, I still get anxious for the future. And I piss myself off when I do, because I'm like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can still change that. Like, I can still make it better. There's so many things I could do with my life still. And I'm 20 years old, and half of you guys are younger than me. You know, more than half of you guys are younger than me. You have so much time to make your life better. There's so many people who are older who have their lives like they're banging right now. You know what I mean? And they never really experienced that till they were older. So you know what I mean? You don't know that. Don't cut yourself out short. Just because life isn't the easiest right now, or isn't, you know, as fun as you want it to be, or isn't exactly what you want it to be, it doesn't mean it won't be. It just means you have to do everything in your power. You know what I mean? Everything in your power to make that life happen. You're wasting your energy by being sad. Use that negative energy and turn it into positive energy. And I know, believe me, like I said in the beginning of the video, actually, I don't know if I said in the beginning of this video, but I said in every other attempt that I tried to make, it is easy. I mean, I know when everyone tells you like, yeah, it'll get better, you just want to tell everybody to fuck off. I get it. You know what I mean? I want to do that too. But the fact is, you will never start feeling better until you make yourself feel better. No one else is going to really make you feel better. You can only make yourself feel better, because it comes from in here. It doesn't come from the outside. It doesn't come from what we can see. It comes from what's literally inside of us. And no one else has control of that but yourself. So the more you change your thinking in the, you know what, I'm gonna have a good day today. Even if you don't think you're gonna have a good day today, tell yourself, I'm gonna have a good day today. You know, I'm gonna just do whatever I can to have a good day. If eating a bag of ketchup Lay's is a good part of your day, fuck it, I had ketchup Lay's today. I'm hyped. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Just try to be happy about the smaller things. Try to give yourself more reasons to be happy, whatever they are. But you need to get yourself out of that mindset. That mindset that tells you like, you don't got nothing, bro. Like, you don't got nothing for your life. You need to get that mindset out. You need to just, every time, you know, life gets hard and you start thinking like negatively and stuff, just push it out. Like, I know, it's hard. It's super hard. And you're just like, oh, like you just find yourself falling, right? So negative thoughts, pull yourself back up, do a sit-up, you know, just flood it with positive thoughts, flood it with like motivational things, like things that are gonna make you feel better. Honestly, even like good music, like that upbeat, this like hype music that makes you feel good, even when you have no reason to feel good, it's just music that makes you feel good, stuff like that, you know, that gets your brain thinking in like, you know, moving forward, thinking positive, like all that kind of stuff. Because the matter of fact is, we all just want one thing, and that's a happy life. No matter what the circumstances are, whether there's money involved, it doesn't matter. We just want a happy life. That's what we all want. We want to get off this earth saying, hey, I had a pretty good life. And I get that. You know, we all want that, and it's hard. It's hard too sometimes, especially nowadays, man. There's just so many people that are younger that are depressed, and I don't know why. I think maybe social media has something to do with that. Who knows? I just know that a lot of people go through a lot of hard times, and you know, everyone has it worse. You know, like for example, my problems, obviously people had it way worse, and then from those people, other people had it way worse. So everyone has their own standards of problems. It's just so important, you know, your mindset, what you think about every single day. You know what I mean? What you train your brain to think about every single day. You need to fill it with positive things. You need to fill it with things that can make your life better. And it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in a week. It's not gonna happen in a month. I mean, it could, but I'm saying like, it takes time. It takes a whole year of flushing out those negative thoughts and changing them to positive thoughts. It takes a whole year of every day manually changing your thoughts. And then the next year, it'll be automatic. Your brain will automatically, you know, change it into positive thoughts, and you can become a better positive thinker naturally. But you need to condition your brain first. You've already poisoned your brain. Me, I've poisoned my brain already growing up, from all the negative thinking, from all the bad thoughts, all the I'm worthless thoughts, from all the, you know, my life has no future thoughts. From all those thoughts, you're poisoning your brain slowly. It's like a cigarette every time you do that. You know what I mean? Now you're quitting cigarettes. Now you're done. You know what I mean? It's literally like that. Like, that's what I kind of consider those like negative depression thoughts, is cigarette. And it's not a funny thing to make fun of people's depression. It's not cool, because everyone goes through it at one point in their life, and those people need a hand. They need to know that they are loved, that they are cared about, and that they can get through this. But it takes a lot of time. Listen guys, like no matter what our circumstances are, no matter how rich you are, how poor you are, no matter what, life is gonna throw bullshit your way. Okay, I'm not saying that if you change your mind, your life's gonna be perfect, you will never have a problem again. You're gonna have problems for the rest of your life. Everyone is, okay? But it's gonna help you be able to deal with those problems. It's gonna be able to help you, when you're having a hard day, you have this brand new mindset and you're like, okay, you know what? It's a problem. We'll get through it. You'll put less energy into those negative problems and you'll put more energy into things you wanna be happy about. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just felt like that was important. I really hope I helped someone. If I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I just feel like talking to you guys, and it's just important, I guess, for people to know that they are loved, they are cared about, and that their life does have purpose. So I get it. It might be hard right now, guys, but keep pushing. I believe in you. I believe in you to make your life better. I believe in you to have a positive mindset. And like I said, I don't have this all figured out. I don't have this all. I'm not saying I'm perfect. My brain's positive. Yours is. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I am on this journey with you guys to a clean mindset, to a clean brain, to a clean thought process. Some people don't get that till they're way older, but keep trying for it, man. It's worth it. It is worth it. It makes you a better person. It makes everyone around you want to be around you. It's just such a good feeling, man. Just being good energy, having a clean mindset. Problems are gonna happen, and it's okay to, express your emotions when they do, but don't let it control you. And that's all I'm trying to say. Sorry if I offended anybody. I just really wanted to speak my mind. I love you guys so much, and I mean that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And I hope you guys start working on your brand new mindset. Start cleaning your brain. Super important, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.